The major costs associated with hedgerows are, firstly, the initial cost of establishing the hedge, or in the case of degraded older hedgerows, the infilling of gaps. And secondly, the cost of periodic rejuvenation through coppicing and laying. If you're going to the effort and expense of carrying out this work, then it makes sense to think about how you will protect your investment. Even when it is done to the highest standard, it is not just a case of planting or laying a hedge and walking away. Aftercare is crucial to the ultimate success of the work. There are three key factors in aftercare: protection from browsing, vegetation control, and promoting good structure. Whilst a hedge in ideal condition may have no need for reinforcing with fencing, there are a number of situations where the judicious use of fencing can help improve the quality of hedgerow management. The most obvious case is for newly planted or recently coppiced hedges, where new growth must be protected against the browsing effects of livestock. A well-laid hedge can be made into an immediate stock barrier, but many hedges that are laid are a little bit too sparse for this to work, and some temporary fencing for a year or two can give the hedge the protection and space it needs to strengthen up. Positioning of fencing is important. It should not be so close that stock can reach over and browse the hedge to a damaging degree, although light browsing can help to form a dense structure. Also, think about how you will be managing the hedge in the short term. Leave enough access room so that this is easily achieved. If you intend to use machinery, then there has to be working room for that between the hedge and the fence. What is the most effective way of providing this protection? Let's look at some of the issues. In terms of access for aftercare with post and wire fencing, this is difficult and potentially dangerous where high-powered machinery is operating in very close proximity to wire. With electric fencing, aftercare is easy. As the hedge grows, the fence can be moved easily as required. Post and wire fences are fixed and inflexible. As the hedge grows, there is less and less space for machinery to operate inside the fence. With an electric system, as hedge growth strengthens, the browsing pressure on the hedge can be controlled by moving the fence close to or further from the hedge. This natural trimming can result in a denser hedge. Post and wire fences need replacing approximately every 7 to 10 years. An electric fence can easily be moved from one location to another to protect a new stretch of hedge as the first one becomes established and no longer requires protection. Top growth is easily secured, but keeping a dense base in a hedge takes ongoing maintenance. Control of ground vegetation is a crucial component of good aftercare. Strong growth of species like grasses, nettles, cleavers and brambles can have a smothering effect on new plants or rejuvenative growth. If these are not kept in check for the first few years, at best it will result in a hedge that has grown straggly to get above the competition. At worst, they can stunt the growth of the hedge. This defeats the object of trying to create a dense base to the hedge.
This is just one that's beginning to die back with the grass had grown over it, and you can see there's very little life left in it. That's why I think it's good now and again to go up along and with a strimmer and pull out any grass, unwanted grass or docking, thistles, whatever there is, and our friend the ivy, give it a bit of a rake out. Even once a year would be beneficial.
Even if you have used a mulching strip when planting, you will still need to keep an eye that grasses and branches are not spreading into the hedge. If you have used a non-biodegradable mulching sheet to control ground vegetation when planting the hedge, this will need to be removed once the hedge is established. This is to allow a ground layer to develop, which is important for the biodiversity of the hedge. Herbicides are very damaging to the wildlife of the hedge and should only be considered as a last resort. Newly planted hedges need formative trimming in their early years to build a dense framework for the hedge. For the first 2 or 3 years, Lightly breast the plants in an A shape, wide at the bottom, narrower at the top, to encourage dense, thorny side growth. Hedgerow management is an ongoing part of farming activity, and planning your management programme will pay dividends in terms of the quality of your farm boundaries and the wildlife that they support.